Why do you feel inadequate? If you've ever worked towards any goal, you've probably worked really hard to achieve it. Maybe you even succeeded. But what happens after? Maybe you're a student and you didn't have the highest grades in class, or you're an athlete and you weren't first in your competitive event. Maybe you're just a normal person working an average job and you're hoping to do better than your coworkers, only to find out that people outperformed you. It feels like it's never enough. Almost as quickly as we get that dopamine for achieving something through our sweat, blood, and tears, we tear ourselves down by saying that my accomplishments aren't enough. My accomplishments don't matter. Because compared to someone else's achievement, it wasn't as impressive. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joemer. It took me 16 years of school and 4 years of my job to finally stop thinking that I wasn't enough, to stop feeling like I had to compare myself to other people. And so I have two goals for this video. One is to help you stop feeling like you're not enough. And the second is to make sure that you don't spend 20 years like me to figure out how to solve this problem. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If I had to give any advice to my younger self, it would be that the quickest way to get experience is by asking someone who's already done it. So let me start by telling you about my perspective. Where did this feeling of inadequacy start? For me and for many others, it started by being a high achiever. I craved to do great things so that I could get all the amazing things that people talked about. Believing in the words, hard work pays off, and waiting for the reward. I wanted the money, I wanted the car, I wanted the high social status, I wanted the girl, and that was a majority of my life until I graduated college. After that, there weren't any teachers or other students or sport associations, and for the first time in my life, I wasn't in an environment that made me feel like I had to compare myself to other people. But why was that? Couldn't I just compare myself to other people at my job? I think I could have, but that's when I realized I didn't have the pressure or the expectation that my parents were going to come and see me after 4 years to see what achievements I came up with. That the reason that I compared myself, the reason why I felt like I wasn't enough, was to prove my worth. And the people that I decided determined my worth was my parents. I wanted them to be proud of me and felt like if I didn't get the highest grades, if I didn't get the best accomplishments, then they couldn't be. And I never was. I wasn't a born prodigy or a gifted athlete. I was just a regular kid trying his best. And I wish it didn't take me this long to realize that trying my best was enough. At the end of the day, it's our lives, not our friends, not our family, not our strangers. And so the only person that you have to prove yourself to is yourself. But how do we do that? It's not as easy as just throwing everybody's judgment out the door. Although if you can, do that. But if you're like me and you can't, here's what I recommend. First, think about what you enjoy doing. If someone asked you what you wanted to do today, you probably wouldn't want to write a history paper. What are the things that you would like to do if you didn't have any issues? For example, if I'm someone with financial issues, there's probably things that I would tell myself so that I couldn't enjoy life. I can't go to movies because I don't have the money. I can't go to concerts because I don't have the money. Think about those things that bring you enjoyment and make those your goals. In this case, working towards financial stability will allow a person with financial struggles to finally enjoy life. The second step is to imagine a life where all you do is enjoy the things that you love. Think of the people who are around you, the smell of the food, how soft the bed is, the number of digits in your bank account. According to Tony Robbins, a world-renowned life coach, people move in one of two directions, towards pleasure or away from pain, and in some cases, both. Sometimes people are running away from pain while walking towards pleasure. And so the idea with the first step is to think about all the things that you want to do to move away from pain. And the second step is to help you towards all the positive things that come from attaining your goals. And so by visualizing a better life, you'll start to feel more motivated to try and pursue it, which is the third step. We know what parts we want in our lives, why aren't they in our lives, and what can we do to move towards our goals? Well, to start, do something super easy. Do step 2 every day. You don't have to pick up a pen or notebook or write down something in a journal. You just have to think about a better life every day. And if you think about this life every day, you'll eventually start to take action. If a person with financial struggles wants to do all of these things and they know they can't do it, eventually they'll just start thinking about all of the things that they want to do. They'll keep dreaming about it. And eventually they'll want to change their life because they're not enjoying life anymore. If the person focuses on a life where they have a higher budget and they have more money to do all the things that they want, it's going to motivate them a lot more than if they just thought about all the money that they don't have. And eventually they'll start to do actions to help their situation. They'll have a better budget, They'll watch what their spending is like. Maybe they'll get a new job. We give our minds such little credit, but our brains decide what we decide to do every day, when we decide to procrastinate, or when we decide to work towards better things. And most of the time, all you have to do is get the ball rolling. All you have to do is continuously think about a better life, and eventually you'll start moving into it without even noticing. So try these steps. I'm sure that you're going to learn something new about yourself. What I learned from doing these steps myself was that my current lifestyle wasn't what I wanted, and that the life that I wanted was different from the life that others wanted for me. Opposed to my old perspective, which was chasing this ideal dream that would make my parents, my family, and my friends proud, this way of looking at life appreciated my efforts, that I was trying my best, and that I was actually making progress in my life. And I knew I was making progress, because if my progress and worth was based off of how much I enjoyed life, then I was already making progress because I was partially enjoying life. I realized that I was already worth something, that I was already enough. Subscribe for more advice. Appreciate all the love and support. And as always, keep improving, stay productive, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.